Hello and welcome back to Marion's World. Don't worry, you've not clicked on the wrong channel by accident. I'm Naomi, Marion's daughter. And in today's video, I'm afraid there won't be any content on the flower book because I've had Mum busy making me some new clothes to take back to Berlin. So I hope you enjoy the video.
I'm just cutting out this fabric for Naomi's first bit of sewing that she'd like me to do. So I've got a helper today doing the filming. And we've got this lovely fabric this morning. It's a lovely jersey and it's going to make her a lovely tank top. I'm just using an adaptation of the Stasia dress pattern where I have to alter it a little bit for Naomi's shape. So we're going to get it cut out, go through the overlocker and hopefully show her wearing it. Okay, I'm just pressing the armband and the neckband pieces in half because they'll get overlocked on. But I don't have a cover stitch machine, so I'll have to finish off on my normal machine. I'm just applying the neckband now. Sewn up the shoulders and the side seams. Because we're doing a sleeveless tee, I've just got a folded over piece of jersey that's shorter than the actual neckband, and I'll hold it stretched in place, and hopefully that'll mean that the neckline will lie really flat when Naomi wears it. I'm not trying to cut anything off, I'm just trying to make it exactly level with the neckline of the t-shirt. So I've got the neckband and the armbands on, being put on with the overlocker. So the last thing to do is back to the banana. I've set it on a zigzag and I'm going to top stitch it really carefully all the way around to hold that overlocked edge in and make a nice neat finish. I just need to carefully go around. I don't want any puckers. I just want a nice neat finish. Naomi project number 1 completed. Go on, give it a twirl, Naomi. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yes, I like it a lot, thank you.
So which one are we on to next? Do you want to hold the material up for the next one?
Can you see it?
And what we're going to try and make with that?
A nice blouse with a tie front, I think.
A tie front, perfect. Okay, on to number 2 then. So we're now on project number 2. So I've adapted a Mood Fabrics free pattern called the Ginkgo shirt, which is a tie front blouse. And we're using this lovely fabric that Naomi chose this morning. Decided to make French seams, so I've got wrong sides of the fabric together. I've pinned it because it's really soft, and I'm just going to take a 1/4 inch seam all the way down with right sides together. Take my pins out as I go, and once I've got this seam done, I'll trim the seam down to maybe even just 1/8 of an inch, and then once it's turned right sides together and seamed again, there'll be no raw edges in the blouse. Naomi's ironing it now so that it is right sides together. So my next run up the seam will make the beautiful French seam, no raw edges. The French seams are done, so this is going to be the inside of the blouse, no raw edges, just beautifully finished off. It's always worth doing a French seam, I think. And I'm now just sewing the button placket down. So this is a very soft, unstructured sort of a blouse, so I haven't even bothered with interfacing. I've just folded it over a 1/2 inch and then 1 inch. It's getting sewn down, and then I'll do the buttons and buttonholes. And I've got a collar prepared, so the collar's done on the collar stand, ready to do. I'm now doing the buttonholes on Naomi's blouse, And I'm having to work through a magnifier because I just can't see enough to do them these days. It's all hemmed. This is the last thing, buttonholes and buttons. And I'm doing hand-stitched buttonholes because I like the way they look. And so what I've done, the difference being that when you're doing a hand-stitched buttonhole, you need to cut the buttonhole first. So you carefully cut the size of buttonhole for the button you want. I've overstitched just with an overcast stitch around the edge to keep the layers of material together, and now I'm doing the buttonhole stitch around. And I think when I was first sewing, I used to think the buttonhole stitch was just blanket stitch done round the edge of the cut cloth, but it isn't. It's more of a knotted stitch, and so you're working from the slit towards the cloth, whereas with blanket stitch you'd be working this way and have one loop. And the thread comes right the way around the needle and makes a knot. And the way I do it, I sort of work around my thumb like that. So I've got my thumb to make the loop, and the needle is going to go into the loop through the hole. It comes out at the edge of your buttonhole, and then that thread is looping all the way round. So unlike a blanket stitch where the loop goes the way you're progressing with your sewing, buttonhole stitch loops backwards. It's gone under the needle and under the needle. And then when you pull it, you're not actually pulling it back that way, you're pulling the knot towards the edge of your buttonhole, and it actually makes a little chain stitch on the end, which is more secure. I'll do that again. So I'm going round my thumb to make a loop. So the loop has gone all the way round like that, and then my needle is going into the loop through the slit back up to the edge of my buttonhole, and it is pulling the knot. You can see the loop being made there, the little chain stitch loop, which is more than just a loop round. So to round my thumb to make the loop, through the loop, through the buttonhole, it comes out at the edge like that, and so the thread has gone under the eye and under the point, but the loop gets pulled towards the buttonhole, towards the hole, and makes a chain stitch along the edge.
Mum is just adding the final touches of the buttons now. So as you can see, I selected different colours rather than matching colours, and we tried to pick colours that matched well with the fabric.
Okay, I think that's project number 2, Naomi's clothes. A big tick on that one. What do you think, Naomi?
Yes, very happy with it. I really like the different coloured buttons and the fabric and the tie front.
The tie front, do you want to give it a twirl? Very good. It looks really nice. It suits you. And the fabric is really, really nice.
Yeah, it's nice and soft.
Okay, that's brilliant. Now what's next? Oh, very nice fabric. What we're making with that one then?
So originally the plan was to make another blouse, but then we decided to make some trousers.
Because I already had the pattern for the Aranite pants by Sew Liberated. And I actually got the pattern for myself. I've never made them up yet, so Naomi's going to be the guinea pig. It needs nice soft fabric, which is what that is. So we're away for cutting out then, Naomi?
Yep, it's time for the next project.
Okay, off we go. Well, I got Naomi's trousers finished. Decided it was too much to try and film them at the same time. But they've just had the elastic put in and the hem's taken up, and I'm pleased to say they fit.
Yes, they fit great, thank you. They're lovely and soft. We have these big pockets here, but...
Yeah, I quite like the big pockets. Naomi's not too sure about the shape of them, so they might be getting a little tuck. But, oh, and I had to scoop out the rear rise to make them fit nicely, but they're all done and dusted, and we're very pleased.
Yep.
Yep,
Yes,
perfect.
thank you very much.
We've been having a very creative time here at Marion's World. Naomi's come home and she's very creative too, and she's been transforming these white tote bags into these marvellous creations. So we've got an under the sea with this lovely turtle, and the second one is the bonny rainbows with a lovely heart. And so she's been doing it with the ink tents. They've all been ironed. We're hoping they're going to stand up to the wash. But I think she's been enjoying having a creative time while she's home. What have you decided to make, Naomi?
Chocolate brownies.
Oh, yum. Any particular special recipe?
What's a secret recipe?
A secret recipe? Okay. Well, we'll see them when they come out then.
Yeah.
That is looking particularly scrumptious, Naomi.
Hopefully it'll taste scrumptious.
4 eggs?
Yes.
Wow. I might have to put the recipe on.
Do you want some of the mixture?
Definitely. Maybe everyone can have a taste. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed that slightly different video from what I'm normally posting. But obviously I had to do all the Naomi projects before I started any of the book. I have already started the book though. So I'm aiming to have a flower page ready for Saturday and the next one to the blackbird done for Sunday if I can. But I am away at the weekend, so we'll just see. But I am on with it already. While I've been getting this video ready today, unbelievably, I've reached 1,000 subscribers, and I just can't tell you how excited I am about it. When I started my channel, which is exactly 2 months ago, it was the 2nd of June, I uploaded my first proper post and called my channel Marion's World. I didn't even know the significance of even getting to 100 subscribers. I didn't really know what the whole point of subscribers and everything was. I was so uninformed about the whole YouTube thing. But of course, 2 months later, I do know about it, and so I do feel super excited and super privileged and thankful that you've all decided that for some reason you quite enjoy my little videos about the sewing that I'm getting up to and my bits of garden that I post and whatever else it is that's going on. And so today you've got a little bit of Naomi because she's just home for a few days before she goes back to Berlin where she lives. So it's really, it's overwhelming to think that there's 1,000 people out there that have actually clicked on that button and wanted to see more of what I'm posting. So thank you very much. Naomi even made me a lovely little thing with the YouTube thing on and the scissors and the thread. So I'm just overwhelmed with it all. And I will be having a think about what I do going forward, because I realise now that I could earn some money through it, which in the end it wasn't really why I started the channel at all, but the reason I was doing the book in the first place was because I'd been doing research on the net about trying to start a website, because after Michael passed away and I was really struggling to get out to see my gardening clients. I obviously stopped earning a wage, and so since I actually retired officially at the beginning of the year, I've had no income. And so originally I had this idea in my head that I would start a sewing website and I would either make clothes or I would embroider wedding dresses, or I didn't really know. I just thought that my sewing might be able to do something for me, and it would mean that I didn't have to go out to work. I could work from home. And of course everything changed when I started to do the flower book, and that took over everything. Sewing my clothes took over everything, and so my life just changed into a totally different direction. And I could never ever have believed the change that it has made. And so when I started the channel on the 2nd of June, I had no idea that I'd be sitting here saying that I've got 1,000 subscribers, that I'm doing a book that people are enjoying seeing. I actually joined Instagram. It's just like so out of what I could ever have thought that I would do. So I'd really quite like to not have adverts on my channel. I don't particularly want them, but I definitely will have to think of how else I go forward. And it may mean that I sort of try and do some patterns for the flower pages. I did have another sneaky idea, which was why I was trying to build a website in January in the first place. And it's just got put on the back burner, so I might try and see if I can go forward with that one as well, and I'm sure you'll find out all about it. So to celebrate reaching the incredible milestone of 1,000 subscribers, I thought I'd try and do a celebratory giveaway, and it's inspired by Naomi doing the tote bags. So I have a white one here that is being unpainted entirely. And I thought that it would be nice if I let this run for 2 weeks, or till the 16th of August at let's say 5 o'clock, so that it gives me a chance to film the winning person or the winning what have you to go on to that night's video. If you're subscribed and you make a comment on this video as to whether you would, if you're the winner, you would like your bag painted by me with either the Green Man or the dragon image from my original stitch book, because that's the stitch book that started it all. The little 2 minutes that I posted that I thought nobody could see but me, that's what started me on this whole journey. And so the winning person of my 1,000 subscribers or more by then can have, I'll paint the image of either the Green Man or the dragon on this tote bag, and I'll find out later how I can get your address and send it to you, and I'll research all of the technicalities of doing it. But that's what I'm going to do to celebrate reaching this wonderful milestone. And I think all it's left to say really is thank you so much, everybody. Your comments are always wonderful, always encouraging. I like to read them. I reply as much as I can. In fact, I don't think I've really missed many people so far. And I just carry on doing what I'm doing, carrying on with the flower book and the bird book. And thank you to every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. Yay. Well, Naomi's made these just especially so I can celebrate with you. And so, Naomi's lovely brownies. I think you all should have a bite first. Share it round if you can. Oh my goodness. Naomi, that's really good.
Thank you.
They are dark and delicious. Bye from Marion's World. See you next time.